This was about 6 months ago in the summer, southern hemisphere here. I tend to order a fair bit of pizza since hunger is a thing, and pizza is pretty much my only option for delivery since I don't drive. Now, I'm the kind of girl who doesn't wear pants if I don't have to. Oh, the weather's about 25 degrees, no pants for me. I have one pair of shorts that I love to wear, but only around the house, so obviously I put those on as I'm expecting a pizza delivery and can't exactly open the door pantless. I open the door, accept the pizza, and begin eating my dinner by the television. Not too long into my meal, I get a message on my phone. I've deleted the messages, of course, but in the first message, the sender calls me by name, which is strange as I prefer my nickname, and asks if I'm home alone often with a winky face. Okay, way creepy. Who is this person? Between me asking who on earth they are and how they got my number, probably a mistake on my part, they begin to describe exactly what I was wearing, and I get a horrible sinking feeling. This person has my number, my name, and how I'm dressed. I realize that the only way they could know this is if they were the guy who delivered my pizza, as I had to use my name and number to order. And if that's the case, this person knows where I live too. I put the number into Google and check the first few results. They're a local, and I've actually seen this person around on one of the buy, swap, sell pages on Facebook. Realizing they were in my town was the worst part, and they were literally in a good position to stalk, harass, or continue to be creepy as hell. I ended up drawing all the blinds, crawling into bed, and pretty much making myself into a blanket burrito, staying as still as I could for a few hours. I was genuinely scared out of my wits. Thankfully, I've yet to hear from this person again after threatening police action. Back around when I was 10, it was not uncommon for me and my siblings to dig around outside. On this particular day, I was tired out from the day before and decided to stay inside. I would occasionally go look outside to make sure everyone was okay and doing well. I was a paranoid small child due to some former trauma I had experienced as a smaller child. Well, after about my third glance outside, my cousin and brother were standing and talking to some pizza man. I turned to my mother and asked if we had ordered pizza, maybe as a surprise. My mom turned to the door and bolted outside yelling. The sounds of tires screeching could be heard. My mom came back inside with my brother, cousin, and sister. After asking what had happened, my brother and cousin went on to explain that the pizza boy they explained to be around his late 20s had asked the boys if they wanted some free pizza. Of course, being small kids, they were readily willing to accept such an offer. He told them the pizzas were in the back, and if they wanted them, they would have to get in. That is luckily when my mom ran towards the car yelling random obscenities. And thankfully, whoever he was sped off. Two weeks ago, I was home alone and the doorbell rang. I asked who it was, and the guy said, "Oh, it's pizza delivery." I didn't order a pizza, and when I looked, he was indeed carrying a pizza box. I told him I didn't order any pizza, and he left, looked out my window, and I see him cross the street to my neighbor's house. Didn't think anything of it since I thought maybe they were the ones who ordered the pizza, so I went back to doing what I was doing, which was playing video games. Turns out, the guy robbed my neighbors because they weren't home. Pretty scary stuff. I probably could have stopped it if I called the police, and to think of it, he was carrying a Little Caesars box, which is pickup only. So a few weeks ago, I got a new job as a pizza delivery guy. Pretty cool, $8 an hour. So I'm told to go deliver a pizza to some apartment complex, nothing out of the ordinary. Upon knocking on the door, a pretty cute girl opens up and smiles. Suddenly, this delivery is turning out pretty sweet. I tell her the price and she says, yeah, I got the money in my room, and asks me to come in to wait. Now, in any other circumstance, I'd say no, because that's the safe and smart thing to do. But hell, this girl was cute. Plus, what could she do that would hurt me? Well, she returns from her room with the money, smiling at me, and then she drops the change and slowly bends down to pick it up. She's flaunting her rack in a tank top, and when she comes back up, she's smiling. She gives me the cash, and this is how the conversation went after. "You're cute." "Thanks, you too," I say. "Can I have your number?" "I barely know you." "Why don't you hang for a bit and we could talk?" Alright, but only for like 10 minutes. Well, she led me back to her room, and we were going to share the pizza, but as soon as we get back there, she has all this BDSM stuff, handcuffs, choker chains, whips, etc., lying around. I kind of froze as soon as I took it all in, and then I said something like, "Oh, never mind, gotta go," and got out of there. I guess the lesson I learned is that even if someone looks like they're harmless and not creepy, there's still the small chance that they are. Never trust a stranger, no matter how good they may appear. So I'm a pizza delivery girl. Easy enough. I was at work around 9:30 p.m. when this guy calls. Very whispery, breathing voice. I do my usual, "Thank you for calling Pizza Hut. This is Karen. How are you doing tonight?" After the usual exchange, I find out he is ordering for delivery. He is a new customer, so I had to put in all of his information. Nothing weird. He tells me he has a coupon for a pizza and asks if I can give him the discount. I told him, "Let me grab my manager and we'll take care of that for you." He asked for me specifically to take care of him. After I came back from dealing with my boss, I told him that we discounted him for his coupon. He thanked me. Here's where it gets weird. He stopped me mid-sentence and told me that I have a very nice sounding tone of voice and that he loved hearing me talk and you should be a disc jockey. I was a little weirded out, but I tried to stay professional. I told him that it was very sweet and I would consider it. He said, "I'd listen to your radio station. Thank you for taking my order tonight. I'll stop by your store and see you sometime soon, Karen." I wish I would say it was over, but that isn't true. Note that this man lives in an apartment complex. What I didn't realize is I had taken the complex's address, but not his apartment number. Not 5 minutes later, the man calls back, and my coworker Belay answers the phone. I had learned after the fact that he had asked for me by name. I picked up the phone and did my greeting, and he reminded me I forgot to ask for his apartment number. Nothing weird yet. Again, I thanked him and changed the information. Before I could hang up, this was our conversation. Karen: "Yes, sir. How can I help you?" "Are you doing all right?" "Yes, sir. I'm great." "Good. I'm going to hang up now. See you soon." Belay heard the whole story and told my boss to have my male coworker take it. This is what Bob came back with. "First thing he said to me is asking where you were." Okay, so I got there, right? And I knock on the door. He asked in this weird, seductive voice, "Come in." But I was not about to go in this guy's house, so I knock again. He opened the door with a big smile on his face, but saw it was me, and it just dropped. And he said, "Oh, where's Karen?" I told him you were here at the store, and he just looked upset. After I took his money and gave him his food, he asked how you were. I told him you were doing all right, and he just said, "Good. Karen is a sweet girl. Tell her I'll see her soon." The fact that he had asked the driver to come in and that he was expecting me creeps me out. Maybe he's just lonely and wants someone to talk to. But still, add one more creep to my list.
Thank you for watching. These stories are narrated by Let's Read. And check out our channel Dark Ace Narrative. Please subscribe as we are close to 1K subscribers. Links in the description below.